Hello, Scorpio. How are you? I'm Adriana. I'm an evolutionary life coach, and together you and I are going to go through a journey through the tarot cards to uncover your beneficial spiritual message and spiritual focus. I tried to say the word message and focus at the same time, and it was coming out kind of funny in my head. Anyway, first card we're going to draw is your theme for the week. Powerful week, Scorpio. The High Priestess, card number 2. So the theme of your week is going to be to always tap into this intuition. Always tap into your deep, powerful sense of timing and your willingness to be in the dark about certain things. I'm feeling like because they're giving us the High Priestess in this situation, in this position, that there are going to be a lot of unknowns this week. There are going to be traversing situations and worlds and people that don't necessarily make sense and they don't give you the answers right away. But this card is a reassurance that you have that sense of yes and no and right and wrong and correct and not comfortable. You have this sense already in you. And the more you can pay attention to that this week, the less unknowns there are going to be. So this is definitely a week of inward reflection. If you don't meditate or you've gotten off of the practice, this is time to revisit it because that connection to the quiet space inside is crucial to your journey this week. Scorpio is distracted. So Scorpio, this card represents your energy. We've got the Lovers going on. So there's some things going on in the outside world that are pulling your attention away from that inside space. I'm sorry. It's just so funny. It's springtime right now, and springtime always makes you think of fertility and abundance and the kind of activity that we see going on this card, right? So Scorpio, it's going to be very easy to be distracted because you may feel like you're running a bit hot or you may feel like you're running a bit excited. So just be careful of what you're choosing to focus on, right? This inner voice is still, it's almost androgynous. There's no preference to it. Whereas these desires outside of you, you're going to pull, oh, that looks good or that looks good. There's all of these choices and preferences in this energy here, but we're being pulled to a different space, a different energy where there is no choice. In the intuition, when intuitive information comes to you, you really don't have a choice as to what the information is. You can choose to follow it or not, but it doesn't change the substance of the message that you get. If you're told, don't take your car to that part of town right now, and you choose to do it, it still doesn't it doesn't change what you heard. Whereas this, it's kind of like you've got all these different subjective choices around you. This person to be with, or this food to eat, or this distraction over here, or this. And so all of these subjective things, but again, your attention is supposed to be going the other way. Let's go into the rest of your message. Princess of Swords, 10 of Cups, 5 of Swords. Okay, again, there's a lot of mystery going on. Behind the scenes, we have this 10 of Cups card, which is an underlying sense of belonging and bliss and purpose and fulfillment. And a spiritual connection to your purpose. But right now, that is being hidden from others. Either you're hiding it or they don't want to see it. But for some reason, you're keeping that part of yourself under wraps. And I think that's okay if this is a protective measure or it's just, I don't feel like dealing with this right now. I don't feel like putting this out. That's okay. But remember that you still need to be very connected on the inside to what's happening with you. And I'm being told to draw another card. So let's keep drawing. Okay, again, another inward card, the Hermit. So these two cards, all about searching for inner truth. What's going on? Wow. So interesting, Scorpio, that seems like there's a bit of social chaos around you. Just a lot of movement, a lot of erratic energy from others. It doesn't feel like it's a comfortable, stable kind of energy. So I can see why you would be compelled to do some self-protection, but understand that, it's okay. You can let these other energies, these swords energies, that we have the Princess and the Five, you can let those just kind of float. But the most important thing is that you stay connected to your inner guidance, to your inner teacher, and that inner sense that tells you where to go. So it's kind of just a heads up that people, your environment around you may be feeling a bit chaotic, but you're not being asked to engage with it. This Princess of Swords is all about detachment. You don't have to be there, but you do need to make space and time for you to either withdraw from it or limit your time in it, because there's nothing for you there. I can't see anything of substance. I'm not feeling anything of substance in the sword cards. The other thing to understand is that the reason why the outside world is made so chaotic is that it's actually forcing you. It's pushing you to go indoors. Just like when the weather is nasty out, nobody wants to go outside. When the environment is nasty outside, or when it's chaotic or just a little bit weird, you don't want to go into it. And that's what draws you inside. That's what connects you to that strong intuition, that strong intuitive sense of what it is that you need to be doing and where you need to be focusing your true energy. Because the reason you're here is your purpose. And that was a bit of a funny statement. But your spiritual purpose, the reason why you're here, that's what deserves your focus right now. Not all those subjective choices, not all these dysfunctions and dramas that other people are wanting to get themselves into. Your spiritual purpose, the reason why you're here, is what deserves your attention. And you're going to be getting some messages about your next steps. So again, this is why you're being drawn inside this week. Okay, Scorpio, I think that's it for this week. Thank you again for sharing your time and your energy with me. Do so enjoy doing these readings for you. If you haven't already, please consider liking or subscribing to this channel or leaving a comment. And you are welcome to check out my still unfinished website. I'm still working. It's still in progress. So if you have questions or there's something else that you're craving that's not on the website, give me an email, shoot me a direct email to see if it's something that I can offer for you. If it's something regarding your soul or your life purpose, that's straight up my alley. So if you need some help with that, reach out and we'll see what we can do. So I will look forward to seeing you next time. Have a great week, Scorpio.